Yo, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to talk about the 5 things that may be causing you to gain weight in the wintertime. We're going to make this video short because I don't want to take a lot of your time. You know what I mean? I know y'all got other things that y'all want to do, like maybe look at other YouTube channels and stuff like that, or maybe you're cooking or something like that. I don't know. But this is not going to be a long video. So, number one is, but first, we got to talk about what is white fat and brown fat. White fat is stored energy. Brown fat is the fat that is used to make heat, to keep the body warm. Now, white fat is just stored fat. 3 triglycerides connected to a glycerol with some fat-soluble vitamins inside the fat lipids. Now, the brown fat is a little bit different. It's utilized a little bit different on the body. The body uses brown fat to generate heat in the body to keep you warm. Now, keep those things in consideration. So when we start talking about how the body is gaining body fat and things of that sort, we don't exactly know either you're gaining white fat or brown fat. The scientific studies have not been fully explored yet. So until that day, we really don't know exactly which one is which. Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is the thrifty gene hypothesis. The thrifty gene hypothesis is very similar to like the bear in hibernation. Back in the day, there used to be famines. So during the autumn time of the season, the body would naturally store body fat. At least that's what we believe, because there's other animals that do that same thing. And that gives us to believe that maybe the human body does the same thing. But there's a lot of undeciding factors. Well, there's a lot of variables that comes into play that makes it very difficult for us to find out if our bodies are doing that in the autumn part of the season. Okay, next we have the theory behind melatonin in the winter seasons versus the summer seasons. In the summer seasons, your body doesn't produce as much melatonin. But in the winter season, your body produces more melatonin because it's connected to the sun. The sun stays up longer in the summertime versus the wintertime. With that being said, that we have the ability to sleep longer during the wintertime versus the summertime. And by us sleeping more, our bodies produce more melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that helps keep your body sleep. Okay, now connect that first theory we just talked about. Now connect it to this second theory that deals with the melatonin. Now in the winter months, the sun doesn't stay up as long. So we produce more melatonin. The melatonin levels go up in the wintertime versus the summertime. And melatonin is connected to your appetite. So with that being said, in the wintertime, your body produces more melatonin and it makes an adjustment to your appetite, causing your body to store more fat. All right, next we have seasonal ennui. Ennui is spelled E-N-N-U-I. Now, Professor Craig Jackson, head of the psychological department of the Birmingham City University, says that during the winter times, we experience, longer periods of darkness because the sun doesn't stay up as long. It rains a lot more and it's cold. And when you put a combination of those things together, sometimes some people suffer from ennui, which is a low level of dissatisfaction. So what we do naturally to counter that is that we tend to eat more sugary foods, because when you eat sugary foods, it gives you a higher dopamine spike in the brain. And that's part of the reward system when we eat things. So sometimes we can suffer from ennui and causes us to eat more. Okay, next we have low levels of vitamin D. The most vitamin D you can get that comes to your body is from the sun. So during the winter times, we're most of the time fully covered when we go outside. And then when you're fully covered, you can't get the vitamin D that the sun gives off, which, like I said, we get most of our vitamin D from the sun. Now, when you have low levels of vitamin D or you become deficient in vitamin D, it's harder for your body to break down body fat. So the reason why this theory came about is because they did the research based off of diabetics. Diabetes type 2 people have low levels of vitamin D, which that gives us to believe that it's harder for them to break down body fat. Okay, the last one is pretty easy. This is kind of like a no-brainer. But we're not going to say calories in versus calories out. We're not going to say that junk. So what we are going to say is we are not as active in the wintertime as we are in the summertime. Most of us are not. Now you got some people that go out snowboarding, they go skiing, they start doing winter activities. But most of us don't do as much in the wintertime. Most of us is doing some Netflix and chilling. You know what I mean? So just by not being active in the wintertime, just that alone is gonna create some type of body fat gain. That was too simple. So now look. So now we know in the wintertime, there's possibilities, a lot of possibilities, that it's gonna be harder for you to lose the extra body fat. So we need to work a little bit harder and focus more on controlling what we consume to kind of counter that. If we know that it's a possibility that it'd be harder for us to lose body fat if we don't take enough vitamin D. Now, if you want to do some supplements, that's fine. But if you want to just, do the, eat some fish or something like that, then that's fine too. Or, don't go outside without your shirt on. Don't do that. I'm telling you, don't go outside without your shirt on. You know what I mean? So you can try to get some vitamin D from the sun. Don't do that. Not good, not smart. Now, if you got like a greenhouse or something like that attached to the back of your house and it's heated, it's air conditioned, and it's all glass, then by all means, get some sun. You know what I mean? At least you ain't gonna be cold. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got that type of a scenario, don't do that, John. Anyway, so we're gonna take all these things and we're gonna try to counterbalance that. So if you're feeling down, instead of eating, maybe listen to some music or something, or watch a movie, or I don't know, go outside and throw some snowballs or something like that, or do some type of outside activity, you know what I mean, to keep some happiness going and be a little bit active. And when it is time to eat, try to stay away from the sugary foods or something like that, so you can kind of counter these possibilities of why we gain more in the wintertime versus summertime. Because I've noticed myself that I gain a little bit more, I don't know if it's water weight or body fat during the winter versus the summer. And I only eat one meal a day. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but I know there's something going on with some of the ones that we just covered. But yo, you take care of yourself, I take care of myself, and we take care of each other. All right, peace. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with somebody, because I know somebody need to hear this.